doing USD CAD for the month of November of 2020. So what we're going to do is just going to mark up our support and resistance levels, key reversal points on the higher time frames such as the daily, and then we're going to drop down to the 4-hour, refine those levels, and then add any additional ones on the 4-hour that we need to, and then we're just going to play price and see how price reacts off of these zones. That way you get a good understanding of how price moves through the market. So starting on the line chart, so all you want to do is click up on the line chart up here, click on your horizontal ray tool, and you just want to focus on the most recent price action, and by looking left to see what key reversal points or key points of structure in the market we need to mark up that are relevant to current price. Okay, so we can see we have a level here around this 1.33 sort of 800 level. You can see by looking left, we tested here support, broke through, tested as resistance, broke back above, and then broke back below, tested as support, and then over here we're testing as resistance. So key reversal points here in the market. Next one, by looking left, we can see we also have sort of a level through here, going more recent price action down the very, very bottom. So again, whenever you have 2 points like this, or 2 points like at the highs, you want to take either the lowest point or the highest point. Okay, so for example, you want to bring this up just a little bit, and you want to take this as the lowest point. So this one would be the lowest. Another example is down here, another key reversal point in the market. Again, we're just focusing on major structure. Okay, would be this one here. So what we're gonna do is go back to the daily. You can see we tested here, very, very clean. All right, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we need. Go down to the 4-hour now, just to refine our levels a bit more. So again, we always want to kind of, put this focus more on the more recent price action. So again, just drag it to the to the body close. You want to round it based on the quarter prices. Okay, so the quarter prices are, as I've mentioned, are always going to be your, if you can, of course, 200, 500, 800, and then your 1,000 level. So your 1,000 level will be like your 1.35000, etc., etc. Now, obviously, you want to try and get as close to the body as you can. And if these numbers line up, they always, then round to it. Otherwise, you then want to round to your quarter prices, which would be your 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, etc., etc. So in this case, you would round to 100, but by putting your zone on, which I'm not going to do zones in this video, I'll do it in the next video, where we backtest this for your homework assignment. You would then round this accordingly. So for example, 200 and 100. You can see it's the average of the wicks. It's respecting that 200 quarter price. All right, so by looking left here, again, line chart, you can see a reversal point here, key reversal point, price came up, tested around this point here. We also tested here, faked out, came back below, tested as resistance. So let's go back to the line, price action candle chart, and you just want to sort of mark off here. Again, it'd be like around that. Maybe let's try 400 test, perfect. And you can also look left here as well. You can see we tested as support, also tested as resistance, and then by looking left, support here. Then down here, now in this instance, you can see we tested here, faked out, closed back above, tested, and then tested again. You would obviously take the average of this. You wouldn't put it down here because it doesn't really respect down here, right? It respects mostly up here. This is just a little fake out. So again, let's see what 0.50 looks like. Perfect. Again, not cutting through the bodies, right? So it only cuts to this one because this is a fake out. Same thing with here, not cutting through bodies, only cuts to this because it's a fake out. Whereas if it was like this, that'd be incorrect because it's cutting through all these bodies. Okay. And then the last one down here. Let's have a look. So let's obviously go to the price action chart. Trying to think what makes more sense. I would say, again, you always want to look at this 1.3. Okay, so whoops. So obviously we want to round this as precisely as we can. So obviously we're respecting that 1.3 level. We would then just test 75. Perfect. Look at that. So that would then be your level. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to play price for the month of November. So I have marked from the 1st of November to 29th, as that's the last day in November for this month of trading period. So we're just going to play price and see how it reacts to each level. So pushing down now off this major level, testing this one, strong reaction, testing again. Obviously, you would have a zone, right? So it would give you more of a wider space to get your entries. Like this, for example, would be a break and a retest. Now we're breaking below this level, closing above, testing, pushing up, See how we faked out, came back above and tested? Again, just following those 4-hour closure rules as well. Super, super accurate. Broke above this level, testing, now closing below. Testing is resistance. So break, retest. Looks like we're maybe gonna have a move lower. Testing again, it's a little bit of a double top here. And then pushing lower. And that's it. So you can see what price did is it came up, tested this level of structure here, then came back down, found support. There's obviously a nice little buy here. We could have obviously taken partials or profit at these other levels that we would have marked up with our zones. We didn't need to in this instance. And then faked out, could have taken a buy here as the 4-hour respected, came back above respected, and then obviously came back up, closed back below. Then we could have taken the sell at the double top here, tested again, and then pushed lower. It's really that simple, guys. Let's have a look at the daily, how this looks in a daily time frame. Like, look, this is what, 4 lines. Just by 4 lines, you could have caught all this price action, both the sell and the buy. It's super, super simple price action. If you guys have any questions, let me know.